Hey everybody, this episode of The Horror Show is sponsored by Joshua B. From our Patreon page. Thank you so much, Joshua. We really appreciate it. If you want to help The Horror Show monetarily, please visit us on patreon.com/IHateHorror. And you can donate anywhere from $1 to, $1 million. But what do they call them? The rankings are just $1 and $5, and $5 get you access to all of the bonus content. Hello everybody and welcome to The Horror Show, the show that dissects, mutilates, dismembers, and butchers all of your favorite and not so favorite horror movies and other horror related events. I'm Sean.
I'm Joe.
I'm Paul.
And I just spent about 15 minutes trying to say that beginning.
It was pretty crazy.
I may have Alzheimer's, which is not something to laugh about. But you know what is something to laugh about? Lance Henriksen's acting, am I right?
Yeah.
Let's give it up for Lance Henriksen.
Yeah. Lance, woo!
If you're a hip-hop fan, listen to Drink Champs.
It's the best.
And talk to us about it, because that's what we're going to be ripping off during this episode. Lance Henriksen starring in House 3.
Yes. Which is a part 3, except not.
Except
because
not at all.
It has nothing to do with the series.
So how did these people get away with stealing names of movies?
We talked about this 4 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, with
Zombie.
Troll. And
Troll.
Zombie.
Yeah, and Troll. Yep.
What the fuck? But at least those were international. This was this was in America.
Yeah, that's just like us making Godfather 4.
And I was thinking in my head, why don't we just do that? Who's to stop us? I mean, obviously we'd probably be
lawyers.
sued so
Yeah.
fast. Yeah. But what? I mean, I guess House was just it's so expensive, and it wasn't that bad.
I still just don't get the mindset. Like even with movies like the Evil Dead remake, why don't you just call it something on its own?
And this one too is weird because it's got 6 different names. So it's called House 3. It's also called The Horror Show,
yes.
Oddly enough.
In Horror House.
But then when I turn on the fucking movie, it says Horror House in huge letters. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I hadn't seen that one online at all. So I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Nothing to do with the haunted house.
No.
Do we know, was it renamed House 3 after its release? Did nobody go see Horror House? And they're like, screw it. You know what? This isn't taken yet.
No, I do think they changed the name. I think they changed... I don't know. I think they changed the name to The Horror Show after.
Yeah, because the guys that were involved with the House franchise wanted to make a sequel, but they had to name it House 4.
I'd be furious.
Me too.
And you see movies sometimes with the same name. I'm surprised they just didn't do House. It's a clock. Let's give it up for the clock. This movie has a lot
Losing
of
all our
ADR in
fans.
it too. Yeah, this movie has a lot of ADR in it also.
Yes.
Starts out with the beginning sequence is credits so long and just still photographs. Or no. It was home movie footage of the Lance Henriksen family.
Yeah.
Playing outside. And the ADR is so loud. And it's like, we're having so much fun. And it's the weirdest thing. And this ADR plays for like 15 minutes while the credits roll at the beginning of the movie.
Very long credits.
So long. So long.
And then it goes to Lance Henriksen making Lance Henriksen faces.
Lance Henriksen is Lance Henriksen so hard in this movie. He is peak Lance Henriksen in this, and not in a good way. Like,
so let's do something interesting here. Is Lance Henriksen good? Not just in this movie, in general. Like, what are some Lance pros? Pumpkinhead, obviously.
Terminator.
So he's a good actor, except when he actually has to act.
Yeah.
It's like in the minimal scenes, he's great.
Yeah, like
He's
Terminator
phenomenal.
nails it because it's like a bit role.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh yeah, you're that cop.
Pumpkinhead, all he has to do is scowl.
Yep.
Yeah, and
My kid.
he's phenomenal in the scenes that don't matter. But then when it's like, all right, we need you to show a lot of emotion, he becomes the corniest asshole in the world. In this movie, I forget. Oh, it's he gets accused for the murders in this movie later on. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I'm acting like we don't spoil every movie, but he gets accused for these murders later on in the movie, and he's trying to show this emotion, and he's screaming, and it's just so bad. And he's just like, I didn't do it. You're like, oh boy, Lance, take it down, Lance. Take it down. Like, this looks awful. Like, it looks like you did it. Actually,
you might as well just admit you did it.
Your acting is so bad, it looks like a guy that committed murder and is acting like he's not, like a non-actor.
Did you like him in the movie Stung?
Yes.
Yeah.
Loved him. Actually, I like his shit now. Okay, so watch Harbinger Down.
Yeah, Harbinger.
It's awesome. Have you seen it?
No.
It was really good. Really good. But he's in this new role, which is dope. It's just like Arnold's new role in Maggie, where he just doesn't talk. And you're like, oh, he's a great actor. No, he's not. He's just not talking. You don't hear his stupid accent as often. He's just like, it's a tumor! There's none of that, so it works out really well. You're like, oh, this guy's really stoic and cool. And that's like what his role is now. He does a little more talking, but he's the old guy. He's like the straight shooting old guy, and that just works for him. He doesn't have to over emote.
Yeah, because he's had that straight shooting old guy face for like the last 40 years.
They were just making him emote too much. That just doesn't work for Lance Henriksen. By the way, he must have had it in his contracts to be shirtless. And it's also weird because, like you said, he's got a 70-year-old man's face and the body of like
a 9-year-old
stud. Yeah. No, I think
a 9-year-old.
Paul, I'm gonna edit that out. Paul, 9-year-olds aren't shredded to pieces. Let's give it up for Paul, the 9-year-olds.
Shredded to pieces.
Lance Henriksen is ripped, dude.
Dude, Pumpkinhead, he's in such good shape.
He's good shape in this too, but like to a way that's just like gross. Because like again, his face looks like he's 75 years
fucking
old.
catcher's mitt.
It totally is. I would, whatever. I was about to say something that would just have proved how bad we are and how unprepared we are for this show on a weekly basis. But I was going to be like, what else has Lance Henriksen done? Because I'm wondering if he's like old Hollywood.
No,
not
at
all.
So.
You don't think he was like a kid actor in Lassie?
He's in Sound of Music.
Fucking flipper.
He's in Sound of Music?
No. Idiot.
I'm just curious because like he's got that look like he's been around the block. Like
yeah, he was in Pumpkinhead. Terminator.
Just took everything out of him. Pumpkinhead took everything out of him.
He's in 228 movies.
That's what I'm saying,
For fuck's
dude.
sake, no wonder his face looks like that.
He's 76 as well, you know.
Dog Day Afternoon.
So why does his face...
70s.
So why does his
Close
face...
He's Dog Day?
So why does his face look like that in the 80s and 90s?
I don't know. Drugs.
I'm gonna have to edit that out.
Dude,
That is such a
Lance
wild
Henriksen
piece
is going to fucking love this episode.
I mean, I love Lance Henriksen.
Yeah, me too.
He's great.
We all do, which is the weird thing.
Aliens.
So anyway, let's get to this movie. Lance Henriksen hates shirts. He's not wearing one for the whole beginning of this movie. He hears something. He goes to search his house, and he sees the fire in the furnace, and this somehow triggers a flashback. By the way, a furnace fire scene that they'll use that same footage
The
like
same
3
thing,
more
dude.
times. It's the same fucking shot. So he sees the fire, it like kind of like flares up, and gets flashback to his copping days. And awesome scene, in my opinion, because he walks into the house of a killer. He's on duty cop.
At this point, I'm on board with this movie.
Yeah.
It was really good.
He walks into this house and there's fucking blood everywhere. Blood
everywhere. That's my note. Blood fucking everywhere.
And they're basically going in to see, there's a little girl that's been missing. They know this guy's taken her. This guy, what's his name?
Meat Cleaver Max.
Meat Cleaver Max.
Max Jenke.
Max Jenke. Right on you, Paul.
Dude, when Lance walks into the house and sees all that blood, he fucking puts his hand into it. Dude. Like he's O.J. Simpson and the Naked Gun just falling into shit. Looking in the wet paint.
Dude, it was so weird because he's looking at all the blood and he's like, oh my God, this is horrible. And he's like looking and then he sees a giant blob of it on the fridge and then he just puts his hand in it. Yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, it's blood.
Does he lick it too?
I don't think so.
You're just watching something where somebody touched blood and they're like, what is this? Blood.
That was not this movie.
Does it happen in this? No, I bet you it was another part 3 we watched. We watched a lot of fucking shit that they would do that in. It might have been Ice Cream Man or something.
There's a head in a deep fryer.
There's a head in a deep fryer. Yeah. There's a hand.
Tea kettle starts going off and he shoots at it.
Yes.
Totally blowing his
loose
cover.
cannon.
Yep. Shoddiest editing ever. Did you guys catch this scene where he's like walking around? Which, by the way, he's in like a house. Well, I guess it's not a diner. House. It's a diner.
Yeah.
But that's attached to the biggest.
There's like a warehouse across
the street. Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
How do you know the layout of this? I was so confused the whole time.
All I remember is his stupid partner's like, I'm scared. And he's like, go to that giant abandoned factory at night by yourself. I'm going to go in this diner.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay. So the partner's in the factory. Lance Henriksen shows up and his partner comes down like being swung down by chains and he's almost dead, just enough to talk to Lance. But the editing, it just like quick cuts. Did you notice that? I thought my thing broke and I rewound it. No. It literally like cuts like mid-sentence and to like him in his arms. And I was like, oh, that's odd. It's an odd choice. And a really crazy scene here. So he finds his partner. His partner's like, go get him. Lance runs up. He finds the killer who has the little girl. They're in a standoff.
He's laughing
a lot, which he'll do for the rest of the movie.
It's the stupidest. it's like when Ben Stiller pretends to be John McClane on the Ben Stiller show. He's like, "Hey, anybody get the greens?"
It sounded like the shark in Stranger Wilderness.
It's really bad. What's that guy's name? Brian James?
Yeah.
Brian James.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Let's give it up for Brian James.
This was his favorite role.
I can see why. He looked like he was having a blast while we were... I actually liked him. I liked the character.
He has a good face for it. He was just born to play a role like this.
I mean, he looked...
Wild.
Yeah.
Stupid
and wild.
Vile.
Yeah. Like a criminally insane Lenny from Mice and Men. I reference Mice and Men more than
every
anyone.
episode.
I love that fucking part.
It should be a drinking game.
Yeah. Fuck Catcher in the Rye.
What?
Oh. I just feel like those would beef.
Flowers for Algernon.
Flowers from Algernon's a real deal.
Night. Rest in peace.
Huh?
Eli Wiesel.
What?
Eli Wiesel died.
Oh, yeah.
Night. Yeah. Why are we talking about this?
I wish it was M. Night.
I don't know, but Flowers for Algernon was awesome.
Which was M. Night?
He falls beef with M. Night continues. Flowers for Algernon rocks. So what were we saying? Oh, okay. So he's he's in a standoff with this killer at the factory. The guy somehow convinces Lance, terrible cop move, to put down his gun. And he immediately just decapitates the girl and throws the head at Lance.
That was crazy.
It was fucking awesome.
I couldn't believe it.
He doesn't like just throw it because he's like, I want you to see this
I want you to fucking get hit by this decapitator.
Yeah, I want you to make sure you know I murdered this little girl.
Yeah.
And check out the head. It's hilarious. Like, that's his thought, because he's laughing still. And the head's eyes open and screams, and then we find out it was just a dream. And it
really happened. It was like a flashback.
Yeah. Well, it really happened. It was a flashback dream, and then he opens his eyes, and he's like, oh, man, his wife's like, you're having a dream again.
Then his big, stupid face is on his wife's body.
Then Max's face is on the wife's body, and he starts strangling Max. And then he wakes up kind of again.
He's choking the shit out
of his wife.
His wife slaps some balls out of him.
This movie had some, like, real kind of disturbing shit in it. Like, the girl decapitation is kind of fucked up.
I'm actually starting to like it more.
I like this movie. The girl decapitation scene is fucked up. The choking your wife in your sleep is fucking disturbing. And there's a few other things later we'll see that.
How about right next when they're talking about the killer? And they're like, yeah, he must be buried with his meat cleaver. Like, that's a fucking reasonable reasonable request.
Yo, that is not a reasonable request. And I hope that murderers cannot be allowed to be buried with their
Of course not. That's fucking insane.
I hope that's frowned upon.
G.G. Allen had a hard enough time being buried just in his jock.
And I love that.
Could you imagine burying son of Sam with his fucking 44 pistol? That was his favorite.
His pet dogs.
He did his best. Yeah,
his neighbor's dogs.
Talking dogs. Yeah.
The guy from Slumber Party Massacre with that gigantic drill.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, because it's not real.
So Lance Henriksen wakes up and choking his wife, and his wife makes the reasonable... she doesn't even demand reasonable request that he go see a psychologist, and he goes, don't give me that psychiatrist shit! Well, that's totally unreasonable.
Yeah. Nearly almost strangled her.
We're strangling her. Almost murdered her.
It's clearly been going on for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like this is not the first time. But we find out Lance is going to the execution of meat cleaver Max Janke, whose last request is to be buried with his meat cleaver.
Now, did you catch the on the news? The anchor was like, conservative estimate was 110 kills for this guy. Conservative 110.
Yeah. It was like what?
And Lance Henriksen's about to lay down his gun for this guy.
Right.
110. Okay.
Who was that serial killer that Henry Lee Lucas? Right?
Yeah.
Remember he was like, yeah, I did like 350. He claims he crucified people.
You guy's an asshole.
Yeah. He's also a liar.
Otis Toole.
No way he killed 300 people.
Assholes.
Otis Toole. So yeah, he goes to the execution of Meat Cleaver Max because for some reason he thinks this is going to bring
peace to him.
Peace to him.
Watching a band die.
Yeah, and by the way, dude, is this like the shoddiest execution room you've ever seen in your life? It's the fucking rec hall out of like a church.
It has to be the same room that Shocker took place in, right?
Except,
do you know? Am I watching Shocker?
But Shocker was behind glass, right?
Probably.
This one, he is in the middle of the fucking...
Yeah, you're right.
Dude, he stands up out of the electric chair and walks into the crowd.
Yeah, that seems nuts. So they strap
like Ric Flair. Woo!
They strap him into the chair and they give him the voltage, and of course he like passes out and then jumps back up to life. And he's like, nah, it takes more than that to kill me. So they give him more. They crank it up to like 11, and then
throw it out your ass.
Turn it up to 11.
And then
want to make 10 the highest. Because it goes to 11.
Yeah, that was my joke, Paul. Thank you for over-explaining it.
Can I bang my head on the microphone?
Still wake the dog up.
It like fries his face, totally deforms it.
Oh yeah.
And he gets up, and he breaks out of the fucking restraints.
He's on fire.
Yeah, straight up burning.
He's straight up burning, and he's walking into the crowd to talk to Lance.
Total Ric Flair strut.
To address Lance. It's insane. He also spit communion at a priest, which was pretty cool.
Well, that's what he says. Increase the voltage, shithead.
Dude, he always ends it with a head.
Yeah, his last words were originally, blow it out your ass, pinhead.
Yeah.
And then he got electrocuted, and then he goes, all that did was give me a hard on.
Yeah.
He tells Lance, I'm coming back to fuck you up.
I'm going to tear your world apart. Lucas, I'm coming back to fuck you up.
Lucas, I'm going to tear your world apart. You just said it. Fuck. I'm usually the only one prepared enough with the quotes and the impressions. You're standing on my corner, Paul. So what happens? They execute him.
Yeah. Goes back to the house. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck his world up. That's it.
Yep.
When is that when we see the... No. So there's also a professor. We're introduced to this professor character who's he's like researching the dead bodies of the recently executed.
So the guy who looks like Stephen King.
Yeah, he's a Jason Schwartzman wannabe.
Idiot. And he's researching
that guy.
people.
Okay.
He's researching dead people because he thinks spirits exist. And
Yeah.
for some reason, he thinks Max Jenke's spirit will be like the ultimate ghost.
Supreme ghost.
Because, like, I don't know why. Because he's got shit to do. I don't know. He's whatever. And he talks to Lance Henriksen. Like, Henriksen's like, blow out your ass, Pinhead. Basically,
I wish they just kept reusing that line.
Dude, it would have been awesome. Meanwhile, Lucas's ghost enters the Lucas
household.
Lucas's
The Luke guy?
the Henriksens' house. They're the Henriksens for me. Via electricity, he is sent through their wires into their breaker panel, which is then shot out and into the furnace.
It's the classic ghost transportation.
Classic ghost tale of how a ghost ends up in your
Dude,
house.
there's so much fire in that furnace.
Is
that normal?
How does he even find Lance's house?
It's a ghost, dude. They know.
Yeah, I know, but
they're everywhere.
It's gonna tear his world apart.
It's stupid.
Is it as stupid as when he turns into a turkey? Don't answer that.
Oh man. No, it's not. Is this stupid as incorporating stigmata into the storyline for some reason?
Yeah, and the professor tells this guy that he's gonna go through that he'll go through like his entire family and kill him as a ghost. I don't know how this guy knows this already, but
He goes to the school of Mangler.
oh yeah, he's got the Mangler book.
You just learn bullshit about things that aren't real.
I've got a huge book on people that just recently died and hate your guts. Daughter's boyfriend. We're introduced to the family at this point. He's got a daughter, a son. The son is such a tool.
Good taste in music.
Oh yeah,
Guns N' Roses.
Metallica.
In Excess.
The daughter loves In Excess. The daughter's got posters, like the biggest In Excess posters I've ever seen. It's like wallpaper on her wall. It's insane. But the daughter's, the parents are going away, we find out. And the daughter's sneaking her boyfriend Vinny in. And she sneaks him in while the parents are away. He's already there in the house. And they're like making out in the basement. She says, Vinny, honey, I think it's better the longer you wait. He goes, whoa, bigger anyway. Nice one. Vinny, why don't you learn basic anatomy? Because that's not what... You're a fucking idiot. Why would you even say that? It's stupid. The longer you wait, the bigger it gets.
I wish that was the case. Fucking wait forever.
It would be terrible. Yeah, take your ass home, Vinny. You're a fucking idiot. So Lance Henriksen's now starting to have crazy visions. Max is in the car with him. And kind of like setting him up to die in a lot of ways. Almost making him crash into other trucks and things like that. And I'm yawning.
Sorry to everyone that hears me sniffling. I'm like deathly allergic to Paul's dog.
It's like basically at your feet.
So first death, Vinny in the basement.
Yep.
Comes up now.
The ghost pretends to be
It's seduced by ghosts.
the daughter. Why?
Yeah, I mean,
why doesn't he just kill
That's
her?
where the story falls apart on this because, he could just kill all these
Because
people.
it's not like he needs to take the girl's body to do it. He's just morphing. And he turns into himself anyways.
Yeah.
Just kill him.
Yeah. And that's where the story really falls apart because nothing really adds up here in terms of why he's doing what he's doing. Like,
yeah, we know why he's doing it.
Yeah.
We just don't know why he's doing it in that manner. Like, just, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Great gore, though. Cuts off his arm at the shoulder with a fucking meat cleaver. Just like, and like the arm's still attached, but just like, oh man, it's brutal.
Yes.
And the meat cleaver, great weapon.
Yeah.
Unlike a giant fucking screwdriver. What is that even called?
And what?
Slumber Party Master.
Drill?
Oh, the drill?
The drill.
Yeah.
Screwdriver. Giant fucking drill. Like, the meat cleaver makes sense. It's handy. That's an awesome... I need a meat cleaver for my house.
Yeah, but it's not going to cut your arm off in one fell swoop.
Do we try? Dare we try?
Joe?
Paul?
I will let... If you can cut my arm off in one fell swoop, I'm okay with it.
I don't want to try it.
I kind of do. I wish we could without going to jail.
Off the record, I do.
Off the record. Why do I have... Oh, wait. Why do I have a line? Max is calling landline, interrupting sex. Oh, he interrupts his Henriksen and his wife doing it.
Yeah.
And, like, is like, I'm gonna kill your family.
Making fucking phone calls.
Dude, yeah, why is the ghost making calls? It makes no
Why doesn't
sense.
he just be a spooky ghost, like, say through the vents? Like every other ghost?
Or, like, just in his head.
Or just fucking kill them.
Or just kill them.
Like, it should be cut and dry.
Yeah. And we're actually at the turkey scene already, boys.
Wait, we are?
Yeah, because the kids are looking for Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
They find his corpse first?
No, because the dad goes down and he's, like, yelling at the furnace. Max goes down, he's yelling at the furnace, which actually is actually, like, a big plot point because it sets up, like, what happens later on. So they think he's yelling at the boyfriend because he's like, stay the fuck away from my family. Like, don't come around here. So I think he's yelling at the boyfriend, but he's really just talking to the ghost in the furnace.
Yeah. And he comes upstairs and he's having dinner with his family and fucking he goes to cut the turkey and the turkey turns its fucking head and it's got Max's head on it. Max's disgusting face on it. And it's talking to Lance. It was disturbing, but
it was so stupid.
It was stupid, but it was really good. I don't
know.
Who
makes a full turkey for lunch?
And then he goes, don't look now, but your family's dead. And Lance looks up, and the entire family's throats are slit, and they're just sitting at the dinner table. That shit is good.
That was a good scene. Minus the turkey.
There's more. Well, I guess the turkey head, my problem is that lasted way too long. Like, I feel like that turkey...
That was your only problem with it? Not this guy's stupid face on a turkey?
Well, yeah, and because he could still just kill them all.
Yeah, he's right there.
And then later on, I mean, not to spoil the end, but like later on, he does kill all of them, and then they're all back to life.
Yeah. It's stupid.
So he did nothing.
And then after... he's just a jerk ghost. Because after he turns into the turkey, he goes to the TV. He's doing the most ridiculous stand-up routine I've ever heard.
Dude, okay, so first of all, the guy freaks out and starts stabbing the turkey, and the family's like, whoa, Dad's fucked up again. And then they go and watch TV, and everyone is laughing at this comic routine that is just awful.
Not Lance.
And Lance Henriksen's just staring at it because he sees Max doing the comedy routine. And it lasts, dude, like 10 minutes. That is like a 10-minute comedy routine. And I was like, this is... appalling. Like, and they let us watch this comedy routine. It wasn't like, I'm gonna kill you, Batman. It was like a comedy routine.
What's the deal with that?
Yeah, it was like real observational humor. It was fucking awful. It was fucking terrible. And Lance shoots the fucking TV. Shoots the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So, Lance decides to go to the professor's house.
You're awfully quiet, Paul.
Yeah, did you watch this in German again?
No, man. Not all that much.
Last episode, I forgot he was even on it when I was listening to it.
Dude, I know, it's crazy.
This is the best.
And then he would pipe up and be like, yeah, the girls ran away. We're like, oh, really?
Dude.
It's like, yeah.
I still can't get over the ghoulies sawing off that tree branch. This guy's on it. It was the best.
This is the shittiest movie. Where are we? Oh, he shoots the TV.
This movie's almost over.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
My notes have like 5 lines left.
Oh, I have plenty left. So he goes to the professor's house.
They find like Max's fucking shack.
Yeah, I mean...
together, and they find out that Max had built his own electric chair and had been electrocuting himself slowly but surely to build up his tolerance.
Wait, is that what they...
So when they electrocuted him, that's what that chair was.
I thought he was like, okay.
But it doesn't make any sense. It was just going to prolong his death.
Yeah.
I think it was so he could get amped up.
It was like he was learning. I think it's a combo of what I thought it was and what you guys thought it was. So I thought he was like just like sitting in the chair, being like, "This is how I'm going to like be prepared, like be in my mindset, so I can like get into the electricity when I die." Which is
that's the
insane.
thing. He didn't know he was going to get captured. Like before he got captured, because he knew he was just going to get the electric chair.
He wouldn't know it'd be by Lance.
Yeah, he's like, I'm just going to fucking build up my electricity tolerance, so when I get caught, if I do, I get lethal injection, or I get the electric chair.
Well, this is fucking stupid then.
Well, yeah.
Yes, you are correct.
This is called House 3, and it's not part of the franchise. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's really weird. So he believes that there's ghosts, and he thinks that electricity is the only way to kill him. He thinks that's going to be the only way.
Yeah, classic fight fire with fire routine.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Vinny calls the house with the daughter, says he's got a surprise in the basement for the daughter.
Yes. Obviously, it's not Vinny.
Out pops Vinny's corpse, though.
Yes.
Which, yeah. And by the
falls
time
on her.
Falls on her. By the time Lance arrives back to the house from the professor's house, ambulances, cops everywhere, and they think it's Lance Henriksen. The whole family won't talk to him.
Because in the earlier scene, they heard him yelling at the furnace. They thought they were yelling at him. He's threatening the kid.
Yeah.
What they think is the kid. And I actually like that point, how it like came together.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I mean, it was all right.
When he gets taken in, the cop who's playing the bad cop is the best actor of all time. He's such a dick.
Which one? He was the guy that was like...
The guy's just like an inch away from his face, just screaming at him because he's a fucking
during
asshole.
The interrogation?
Yeah.
Dude, that interrogation was so bad. That is the worst interrogation I've ever seen in my life. It was insane. It was insane.
He was screaming at him.
Just screaming. I know you did it! And like for a split second, he's like, "Listen, Lance, let's just talk." And Lance is like, "I didn't do it." He's like, "I know you did it!" Fucking idiot. It's so stupid. Let's see.
He was like straddling him, like he's about to give him a lap dance.
Dude, yeah. Is this how they do it? Meanwhile, Max is trying to call his family, gets the busy signal. Cut to the family who's getting a call from Lance.
Yeah.
But it's actually Max.
Yes.
Pretending to be Lance. And what does he tell him, though? I don't even remember.
I don't remember. I just know that the mom gets lured downstairs right after because the fucking idiot's making cat noises.
Dude, that was so stupid. Yeah, so the son gets got. He takes the son first. The naked scene with the daughter happens now, and you see boobs, and not okay because she's under 18 in the movie.
But in real life, we hope she's older.
Correct. Thank you for clarifying it. Max gets the daughter, though, while she's in the shower. And Lance is about to be charged with murder because they find out that the professor's dead now, too. And he was the last person to see the professor. But Lance pulls a castle freak here and just knocks out the cops so easily. He's just like, nah, and then he just punches them.
While he's cuffed,
the guy who's his friend comes in, he's like, yeah, internal affairs is really hard. He just punches him out.
Just punches him and leaves. Walks out of the fucking police building. It's the exact same thing happened in Castle Freak. Remember that?
Yeah, of course I do.
Accused of murdering everybody, and then he's
just
like,
walk out.
Was there nobody else in the station?
He hits the cop with his own baton and leaves. What the fuck? It's insane. It's fucking insane. So he's being charged with the murder of two as he walks out. The mom is following this creepy girl around the house. Yeah. Because that's a good idea. And she's lured in by by Maxie, who starts Frenching her.
It's the most disgusting makeout session.
It's so vile. That is foul.
It's a foul.
That's foul kissing right there. Foul kissing.
He's a foul killer.
Lance Hendricksen's back. He sees his son is gruesomely murdered in the bed. He goes to his daughter's bedroom.
Yep.
She is fucking pregnant This movie is good. These scenes are fucking.
No, I don't know.
This movie is gross. You guys. This is. I'm like.
He's such a Max Janky apologist. He loves him. He loves him so much. Who's that bad of a guy?
I'm into these gross scenes. Like, I love Basket Case 3.
I like gross scenes too.
Dude, her stomach is fucking pulsating, and it's disgusting.
It looked like shit.
It kind of did.
Well, Lance Henriksen's about to shoot her, but what the fuck? Now Lance Henriksen's chest is pulsating, and the baby falls out. Do we see the baby's face yet, or no? Do we see it at the dinner table scene? I'll save it for the dinner table scene because I got something to say there. So Lance Henriksen's chest is pulsating, and he falls down the stairs. He looks up. His dead son and daughter are now at the table. The daughter's got the baby in like a little bundle of joy. They're all dead, just sitting at the table. And Lance Henriksen grabs the baby, and it's got Max's face on it. And he straight up holds the baby over his head like he is going to smash it. Like, what would you do? Like an axe. He's going to use the baby like an axe on the table and just smash it. And I was like, my brain was like about to fucking melt. Like, I wanted that scene so bad. And I truly believe there is a cut that Lance Henriksen smashes that baby. Because the way it's like a pumpkin. Edited, dude, like the way it's edited, it cuts so abruptly, and he kind of like does the thing where he like collapses it, and it just turns into a pile of blankets. But I think there's a cut where he smashes that fucking baby, and they were like,
yeah, you got to cut that thing.
Like, you've got to change that. He just smashed that baby on a table. Like, you can't fucking do that.
That's like when you know your cut's borderline, so you just put a bunch of shit that you want to get cut out.
Yeah.
Just so they go easier and a little bit more lenient on the stuff you want.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to put fucking baby smashing scenes
I've
in
heard
here.
that too. Yeah, that's probably the case with this one. It's insane. It's so weird. So now what happens is where the movie loses points for me, which is a really weird, boring like chase sequence between Max and Lance, and they're just chasing each other all over Dream World /
Real World.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know. But they're back at the diner. They're back at the factory. They're visiting everywhere. And it's like Highlander. They're just chasing everyone through different dimensions and shit. It makes no fucking sense. Are you guys fans of Highlander?
Not really.
I hate Highlander.
Yeah. More of a Quantum Leap guy.
Scott
Bakula. Yep.
Paul just gave us the worst. You don't like Quantum Leap?
No, never seen it.
Sam would punch you in the dick.
Who?
Isn't that the guy's name?
Oh. No.
The guy, the time traveler.
Scott Bakula?
No, the guy.
Are you guys talking about Hayden Christensen? Are you guys talking about Jumper?
Jumper?
Wait, that movie that came out like 3 years ago?
Jumper?
Samuel Jackson?
No.
Hayden Christensen?
What's happening?
The Green... What was that movie?
Stuck on You.
Stuck on You? What was the movie?
Green Zone.
Green Zone?
Green Zone.
Intermittent windshield wiper? Greg Kinnear?
Paul brought up we were texting about something. Paul brought up Greg Kinnear and Matt Damon for no reason.
And
I still don't know why.
And didn't explain it.
And never explained it. And then started talking about intermittent windshield.
It's talking to me like I'm an asshole. Like,
you are.
Yeah, I'm talking about Green Zone. Like, okay, but why? Like, that's my whole question.
So you guys were talking about Green Room.
And that still doesn't answer my question.
Why you brought up Matt Damon? Whatever. So this is the end. So it. Max and
they sound the same.
Max and Lance are chasing each other all over fucking creation. He's back to the scene of the crime. He sees the little girl. She says, "Too late again, mister," and hangs his wife. He turns. He looks at his wife, and it is a repulsive corpse.
Yeah.
And a decoy. Max still has his wife, and another standoff ensues. So many twists in this one, it's hard to keep track. So he's like fighting a ghost in Ghost World.
Yeah. But he has to
This is where it's weak, man. This is where it's weak.
He has to electrocute it as the guy told him.
Does he ever electrocute it?
He does.
He does a straight up pro wrestling maneuver to him. Max charges. I thought he was going to kill him with this move. And I was like...
he back body drops
Max
him.
charges at him and he ducks the clothesline, back body drops.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Over like a railing.
Yeah, like a 20-foot drop.
Oh, dude, if you fall for the reversal of a clothesline, you're a fucking idiot. Well, also, if you try to clothesline somebody, you're a fucking idiot, but whatever.
Saw Joe clothesline a baby yesterday.
That does not kill Max. But he kills Max with bullets, I thought.
Yeah. So he electrocutes him to take him from like the other side where...
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
That the nerd guy told him, the scientist guy was like, if you take him out, if you electrocute him, you could like take him out of that world and then you could kill him for real. So he zaps him. They come back to reality where now Max Janky is actually vulnerable and he fucking pops him.
That was such a long explanation, but thank you.
Pop, 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 pop.
It also makes no fucking sense and has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. Why didn't the electricity... Whatever. I've got nothing to say.
It sucks.
Yep.
Well, does it suck? Wait.
Yes.
No,
Just stop.
I like this movie. But what I just got Paul faced so hard. I just got Paul faced into oblivion.
You did.
You did not like
Stop
this
in your
movie.
tracks.
No, I did like this movie. And what I really liked was at the end when the family's all... Well, I didn't like this. The family's all alive for whatever reason. The kid walks out and he's like, "Hey, Dad, look, the cat's still alive." They're like, "Oh."
So they're aware of everything that
That's
just
what
happened?
it seemed like, right? Because it's like, "Oh, I found the cat that we all thought was dead and mangled by a meat cleaver."
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, classic Max." And classic meat cleaver Max. Can't get the job done. And then a fucking truck pulls up. Did you guys stay for this?
Remind me.
A truck pulls up and a cowboy gets out.
Because the kid's been ordering a bunch of shit.
The kid's been ordering... No. That's... Okay, yes. And
What?
So, listen. So, earlier in scenes, like, the kid is, like, ordering a ton of shit. Like through, like, mail.
Yeah.
Order. And you're like, okay, whatever. But that's not what happens. This cowboy gets out and is like, "Oh, I just want to thank you for writing us that letter. I just want to let you know that there are never any fingers in our food, like the finger you found in our chili."
What?
I don't know. And it's not explained. So the kid like wrote them a letter and was like, "I found a finger in my chili." And then they gave him a lifetime supply of chili. And the whole family's like, "Ah!" Did you not see that?
No, yeah, I saw it. But I was expecting something to come of it, or like Max to still be around.
Oh no!
It's just irrelevant. It's just there.
A shitload of chili as they're moving. Dude, could you imagine if you're moving out your family, and then a truck pulls up with
A lifetime supply
thousands of chili? You'd
Like a full
"Get
U-Haul."
the fuck out of here! Get this shit out of here! I'm not packing. I just packed this fucking U-Haul. Get the fuck out of my face! And they tell him if he's ever... It's so weird. It's the weirdest way to end a movie. Because then they're like, "And if you're ever in Texas, let us know and we'll let you come in." And he's like, "I will." And then the movie ends. The movie ends. And that's it.
That is so stupid.
Well, the ending's not great, but I like the rest of the movie.
God tier,
Did you?
shit tier,
Yes!
middle tier.
Good.
No.
Mid.
Low mid. Very low
I'll give
mid,
you low
bordering
mid.
on shit, but it's mid.
Yes.
High low.
No.
I'll do one better.
Low mid. Mid low.
I like high low. I think it's
Love high and low. Talking about the Kurosawa
it's
flick?
on the top side of bad.
No, it's not. Yeah,
No.
it's in the bad part of bad.
Yeah. It's in the low part of bad, but the top part
We
of
need
shit.
okay, the whiteboard's coming. I already have it packed up at work, so the
It's gotta be.
whiteboard's coming.
There's gotta be four. It's gotta be God, good, bad, shit.
God is just sacrilegious, so I refuse to take part in this list.
What?
You're all going to hell.
Near God. Almost.
Fan submission
Goat
time. Goat.
Yeah.
Sure. We don't have a lot left, so send us your submissions, your favorite part 3s, and I'm going to finish them off with this one, I think, because we got some extra time to burn. Ryan V. Puppet Master 3 was pretty good. Gave you the full backstory. Haven't seen Puppet Master 3. I might watch it for next week.
I'm going to.
Mainly because that is correct. The first 2 movies, I don't think ever explain why these toys are trying to kill people or why they're Nazis.
I don't remember
Nazis,
them
right?
being Nazis.
What?
The puppet
I haven't
Master
seen them in years.
puppets.
I honestly don't remember. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I don't think in the originals it's emphasized as much, but like in the new ones, it's like they are like full on.
Huh.
Like they're all
talking about
themed
Indian
around.
in the cupboard.
Why would we be talking about that?
Talking about toys coming to life.
Indian in the Cupboard.
Part 3.
I'm all in on Indian in the Cupboard.
That movie sucks. I watched it recently.
That movie sucks, but the book is great.
Agreed.
That book,
There's 3 of them.
magical.
They made a book out of that?
I'm gonna read. For the next podcast, I'm just gonna read the 3rd Indian in the Cupboard book.
I hate Paul's jokes. And why does he always break them out at the end?
It's quiet.
And then he's just trying to... Yeah. He can't make any good jokes during the movie. And then at the end, he's just like, I'm just going to throw these out there. Throw these shit bombs out there.
Such dad jokes.
See what happens. Dustin H. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors, has got to be one of the best horror movie 3s of all time.
Indeed.
Freddy was epic. Oh, Freddy was epically badass in... Oh, god damn it. Freddy was epically badass in 3, which he was. The Part 3 glove is sick. The return of Nancy Thompson was monumental. The soundtrack was on point. Oh, and let us not forget the Dream Warriors. The freaking Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
The worst Part 3 that I can think of, at least from the big franchises, would be Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Don't get me wrong, I've got a soft spot for this movie as just a fun, weird horror movie. But as Halloween 3, the season with no Michael Myers, come on, man, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We got to remember to put that on our list when we do it.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about it because we talked about it already.
And like Army of Darkness, like I don't have to rewatch Army of Darkness.
No.
I can probably recite
Yeah.
Army of Darkness from memory.
Yeah, Day of the Dead too.
Yeah. Joe V.
What?
Yeah, look at that. Best 3rd movies in the series. That's a fantastic topic. In my opinion, one of the best is Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. Man, that is like the one that gets the most
It's
love.
awesome. It's got good kills. Gore's decent.
In hindsight, not a great movie, but I saw it when I was a kid and it scared the hell out of me. I was frightened to the point where I refused to go to sleep because I thought Freddy would get me. And eventually my mother came in and stuck multiple crucifixes in the room to convince me I was protected. That's awesome. Another I enjoyed was Jaws 3D. Again, not a great movie, but it was the first 3D movie I went to as a kid. And that makes it special in my eyes. Among the worst, Halloween 3. You've discussed that previously, so no explanation is needed. And lastly, though it is not a horror movie, The Matrix Revolution, because it was just, well, shitty. And honorable mention goes to Pumpkinhead 3, not a good movie, but enjoyable guilty pleasure flick with an underrated franchise monster. Keep up the good work, fellas.
Agreed with underrated.
Yes,
Dude,
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead is my jam. Lance, shirtless,
Whoop, whoop.
with a flamethrower. I'm going to do a supercut of Lance using a flamethrower to the song Hot Stuff.
Wait, the disco song?
Yeah. Hot stuff, babe. And
You
just
should do it to
Lance.
The Hot Stepper by Indy Kamosi.
Here come the all stepper.
Murderer.
Here come the lyrical gangster.
No, you fucked it all.
And I. Fuck you, Joe.
Na, 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 na.
Just have him walking.
What song are you?
Let me clear my throat.
Dude, fuck Tone Loc.
That's not Tone Loc.
Oh,
That's DJ Cool.
who? What is the song Tone Loc does?
Funky Cole Medina?
Yes, never mind. Yeah.
Or Wild Thing.
Wild
He always has strep throat.
One thing. And when he acts, his voice is so much deeper than when he sings. Like when he sings, it's like it's bad, but it's like one thing. But when he's acting, he's like in Blank Check, he's like,
hey, Ace.
Back to the list. Brooke K thinks Killing 3 the worst.
Oh, so bad.
Yeah.
And Daniel H, our last one, he says Troll 3 and Troll 3.
Wait, what?
He says Troll 3 and Troll 3. Best and worst. Part 3. Now,
wait, what?
Wait.
Troll 2 documentary, best worst movie.
Tio, they made a different Troll 3, I found out. He linked it to me. He listened to our episode on Troll 3, it was included in the best, or the worst, I mean. And he linked me to another version of Troll 3 with more of the original Troll 2 vibe.
So not Contamination Point 7?
Not Contamination Point 7. Not trees that fucking get sick and try and kill you. But a different Troll 3, so we might have to view it.
All right, fine.
But that's one of the good ones, he says?
He says it's good and bad. He said it's his best and worst.
Interesting.
Says, yeah.
If it's anything like Troll 2, I'm in.
I think it is. I think it's like
you got the link?
Cast. Yeah.
All right. I'll watch it. Nope.
I'm in.
Well, it's not. That's a visual joke. Paul shook his head no.
Nobody can see him doing it.
Oh, man. So that's it for this episode,
Pulls the
guys.
carrot top of podcasting.
Total carrot top.
Using props. Nobody can see.
Giant mallet. Gallagher.
Can we give Paul his own podcast where he just does visual jokes? Visual humor.
And now for my next one.
Get it?
That'd be the whole episode.
Just that.
Did you guys see that?
Did you guys see this? Guys, thank you for listening to the episode. Really appreciate it. We've got shirts for sale, store.ihatehorror.com with the artwork from Box Brown. New York Times best-selling artist, comic book artist, Box Brown. So, buy one, please. Also, forgot to mention this last week, Patreon subscribers. If you want to help us monetarily, if you can feel free to do that at patreon.com/ihatehorror. We give out some bonus content. We're trying to do more now. I'm trying to rope Paul into doing a bonus podcast with me, of just me and him, doing visual jokes.
I got so many props.
Dude, your dog is farting over there. If you don't want to help us monetarily, or you can't, we don't care. Just rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. Tell your friends. Let people know. If you do rate, review, and subscribe, let me know. Send me an email, Sean@ihatehorror.com. Tell me your iTunes name, and we'll get you some free stickers in the mail. We'll get you some stickers out for free. So do that. The stickers are dope. Everyone really loves them. What else do we have to do? We're on Facebook.com/ihatehorror. I'm on Twitter @ihatehorrorshow and on Instagram @ihatehorror.
I'm at JoV421 and Boognish1985.
Anything
87.
Anything else we have to cover?
Nah.
All right, man. We'll see you guys next week. We're going to wrap up the 3's. We are going to do a video. We will do a whiteboard, and we are going to get a fucking list made. At least categorize them. Venn diagram this shit. Let's give it up for Venn diagram.
Yeah.
All right, for Joe, this is Sean. Stay weird.
Thank you.
Adios.